taste, eat, smell. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do it.
Right.
And so a lot of these artists out here, even though I give them big ups for trying, but that whatever they putting out in the street, in the world, that's gonna represent them needs to look and feel like something quality. It needs to be something quality. So, you know, I do graphic design. I'm an artist in every sense of the world. So I do graphic design. And so some of the prizes that we're going to be doing is I'll do the whole layout for their album cover or their whole marketing campaign, what it'll look like. And you know, there's a possibility that you know, once Big Daddy and I work out the particulars of whatever we're going to do, that there might be a situation where they can be a part of what Vertigo has going on and really be able to get their product out there in a way that they wouldn't just be able to do because they're not linked in with the right people.
Right, right.
Yeah, a lot of the industry is about who you know and massaging the relationships that you have with somebody just to you know, to get it to the next level.
Yeah,
definitely.
This dude here, man.
You
got somebody in here, man. He
can
talk about. I like this brother.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted him to slap you.
Yeah, I'm slapped, man.
Because I know you'll come to him and do some stuff with it.
Yeah, I like what you got going on, man. For real, man. Just because we need it, man. We need it, but we also need people that, you know, understand that when you take on these types of challenges to try to unify people, you know, it still doesn't make it any easier. You know, it's a good idea, and it makes sense. But people just don't understand what makes sense sometimes.
They don't.
Because, you know, we're so independent.
Right.
We're so independent, it's easier for us to be by ourselves. And sometimes when you try to give it to somebody to partner up, they're so busy trying to, you know, figure you out till they waste more energy trying to figure you out instead of trying to go forward with you. You know what I mean? You got more to gain moving forward with somebody than you got by sitting there looking at them and telling them, man, I don't know about you. What you doing? What you up to?
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. It's rough out here, man. But when you take on what you take on, it becomes even more because they look at you. What's your motivation? Like, really, why you got this organization? What you really trying to do?
Right. Let me tell you, I'm the type of guy that if you broke down in the street, and this has happened this is crazy because it happened like 3-4 times in the past 2 weeks. Somebody's car been stopped in the street and they were trying to push it themselves. And I immediately, I'll pull over and park my car, jump out and push them, help them push their car out of the street, and then as soon as they are out of the street, I'm out.
Right.
I'm not let me get $1 or I did that for this. I genuinely will come and help you just because you need the help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that place. If you function from that place when you're helping somebody, the universe will make it so that when the help comes to you, it's coming from that place.
Right.
Which makes it all the more easier for you to do what you need to do. You know, so it's just about being a good human. Just about being a good human to your other humans, and then just let that energy come back to you however God's going to send it back to you.
Yeah. Man, you brother.
Yeah.
You gotta get him in here at least once a month.
Yeah. Pretty much, we need to slap somebody once a month. I mean, because I've been on a year now, and he's the first came in, and I started the show. I always start the show off with my word of the day, my pastor's perspective. But I introduced him and said, "What it is?" And he said, "No. Before I say anything about slap, he said a prayer live on the air."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, there you go."
I mean, I came out first with support local artists, please, but that's just because, you know, that like I said, that's the common denominator between everything. But if you really think about it, stop, listen, and pray. That's the most important acronym of all. That's the most important acronym of all, because if you don't understand how you got here, and I'm talking about like on some spiritual level type. If you don't understand that, then life is going to be a lot harder for you. And I know that personally because life was hard for me, and it's still hard for me. But it was a lot harder, like understanding things without having that understanding.
Yeah. And part of what you do, you get better at it once you kind of understand certain perspectives. Like where I started getting better in life was when I realized that I'm a winner. I'm victorious. My thought of victorious meant that I was always going to be happy about my victory the way it would happen. But once I kind of understood that victory is victory, sometimes it's not a good victory, you know, and this real life, You know, we watching the NBA playoffs. I mean, they playing, and there's all kinds of craziness going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just a game.
Right.
They win it. It's just a game. This is real life. And we get a victory sometime, we're going to have a sore ankle, sore back. There's going to be some